This is not my house and I can't work out how to close those blinds, so just deal with it. There's a wall there, it's not the void.
So welcome to Petrifine.
Hi there, my name's Michaela and I'm gonna just wrap up my 2019, kind of do a check back at all the things I got done this year. We're not even gonna touch on my 2019 goals because I just finished watching that video and I really did none of them. I did finish reading the Harry Potter books, but that's not really an achievement. But you know, there you go. So 2019, gosh, did this year seem to fly by, but also have about 3 years worth of time in it. January, I turned 21. I spent the day with my family. I didn't see a single friend, and it was really kind of a grown-up way to spend the day. I always said I'd peak at 20, so making it to 21 and realizing that there's so much left of life was kind of a big deal. But I really enjoyed the day, and so far 21's been so good. February. This didn't actually happen in February, but it was the month that it was the most monumentous for me. Was I actually did a musical this year. I've been very quiet on it on social media and stuff as well, because it's something that I realized as something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be musical. I've always loved performing on stage. I've worked out that no, I don't. It was a great experience. I made a lot of friends through it. Towards the end of the process, I actually got to do it with my brother, which was so cool because he's one of my favorites. I don't think I'll do it again, at least not for a while. It really overwhelmed me and took out too much of my life that I didn't have a good attitude towards, and I actually really resented the process towards the end of it, which is a shame because I see a lot of other people who've made really great relationships and bonds through that process, and I kind of wish I had that too. March, I started going to therapy. I love my therapist. I think he's a great guy, but for me, that was a big stepping stone for obvious reasons. I've done a lot of work with him. I'm feeling like good. April was a long month. My fiance's birthday, so we threw a massive party event for that. Then I had my engagement party, which was so much fun. Also in April, I got a tattoo. You can't really see it there, but it's a violet. My friend drew it. And yeah, I got it as a 5-year anniversary of my coming out. I've always really wanted to get a violet, and it was just a case of Beth was getting a tattoo and I was like, I've always wanted that tattoo, force me into it. And so I got it, and every day I see it when I'm getting changed, and I'm happy that it's there because it's kind of a symbol of if I've got through that, I can get through anything. May, I moved again. I moved from Katoomba down to Springwood, where Beth and I were both working, and it was so much more convenient. We could walk to work again. Springwood's kind of a bit closer to civilization, so it's only 20 minutes to go see anyone rather than an hour and 20 minutes. Springwood's the right spot for us. I really like the mountains, but being closer to people. June, I dropped out of uni again. My track record with uni is I do about a semester, then I drop out, and then I go back the following year to another first year degree, and I don't finish it. So in June, I actually started taking a TAFE course in screen and media, a diploma, just kind of to remind myself why I like learning, and that learning doesn't necessarily have to be about getting a career. It can be about enjoying the process, and that just because I can't do something straight away, that's okay. And so it's kind of reminded me why I like learning, and also the parts of the industry that I thought I enjoyed versus the ones that I didn't. And you know, it's kind of opened my eyes to that again, and I'm trying to do it still now without thinking about where it's gonna lead me. July. In July, I got a new job. I wanted a job that I could go to and then come home from without thinking about it. I wanted work to be something that I do, not my entire life. It's very low pressure, kind of high stakes, but very low pressure. I don't really think about it once I get home. It's okay. I work with a great bunch of people, and I don't really have to deal with customers because I'm just answering the phone, so I can't see their faces, so I can just put them on hold or hang up on them if I'm annoyed. And it's good. It's been good for me. It's a good change, and it's another thing that I'm just doing. I'm not thinking about where it's gonna lead me. I'm not thinking about where I'm gonna be in 5 years' time. I'm just doing it. At the moment, it's just a way to make income. We need money to survive in this world, and it's my way of making money. August. In August, my sister had another baby who is so cute. And then my sister-in-law had a baby who is also so cute. And so it kind of made me think, oh my God, I want a baby. But I'm 21, I'm not married yet. Let's not rush into things and get a baby before I even have a house and make my baby live in my tiny 2-bedroom apartment that there is no room for them to live in. Do you notice I said get a baby? That's how easy it is. Let's just come up with a new 5-year plan, kind of where am I going to be by the time I'm 30. I wanted to peak at 20. Let's set some rough goals for 30. I'm saying married, potentially not living in the apartment I'm living in now, maybe a dog by the time I'm 30. So that would be 2028. September. In September of this year, I made the tough decision to reevaluate the people I surrounded myself in my life with. I kind of realized that I was hanging out with people who reminded me of an old version of me that I didn't want to be anymore, but when I was around them I kind of reverted back to that, and therefore kind of like negated any progress I'd made to being a more happy and healthy me. I realized that no, having them in my life at all wasn't good for me. They're from a different part of my life that I don't really associate myself with at all anymore. And just the mentality that came with that, for me personally, they've done nothing wrong, but for me personally, was just a bit too much. And I'm surrounding myself now with people that I do love, and I have great friends and an excellent family, and I'm just so happy to be kind of going into the new year with people that make me feel like me. Didn't mean to get like super deep then, sorry. October. It was kind of the month that, ooh, am I gonna cry? In October, I honestly fell just more in love with Beth. And that's sappy and ridiculous, but if you'd asked me, 2 years ago when we got engaged, hey Michaela, do you love Beth as much as you can love someone? I would have said yes. But I learned in October of this year that I was wrong, and that I can in fact love her even more. And I can't wait for her to be my wife, and for her to be my children's mother, and all of this. Like, I just love her so much. In October, we really became like relationship goals. November, we took about 4 months off from therapy. In November, we went back. It's a bit heavy and tricky at the moment, but it'll get easier, and that's part of the reason I'm going. December. This month, I've kind of been trying to focus on setting myself achievable little goals to get things done in my life to kind of be a better grown-up. Like, a goal that I have for myself is that I get out of bed and achieve one task by 12 every day. So I'm not just sitting around in bed in my pajamas all day being like, I wasted the whole day away. When if I just got out of bed and like showered, I'd be like, well, I'm out of bed now. And so December, I've been doing that, and that's an attitude that I'm going to take into 2020. I don't need a goal for 2020. I'm just going to keep working on me and just worrying about that. I am getting married in 2020. It's now about 9 months away, which is terrifying. I think it's like 260 something days. 2020, it's going to be a big one. And right now, my only goal is just to get through it. Well, that's all. That's my year. I'm gonna go because I'm very late for a breakfast date, and I will see you on Monday for My Life Monday. Bye.
So welcome to Petrifying.